And welcome to John Crump Live, the version of John Crump Live without a John Crump. But it's Flying Rich here, and I've got a friend and owner of Chrome Vandium Arms, Patrick. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
So literally while the intro was playing, I, of course, like a little child, I got this dropped off from Amazon today.
That looks like rakes.
Yes. So I had to get into a storage facility for a family friend, and he's like, hey, take this out. That's the only valuable thing, and everything else throw out.
Yeah.
And I did it yesterday with like a massive step bit. So it was one of those round flat locks. I just drilled through the front, drilled through the back, kept drilling till it popped open.
Yeah, nice. As long as it works.
Yeah, I did order all of these things hoping they would get here before I went out to do the dirty deed.
Have you ever tried raking a lock before?
Those
are combs, so those aren't actually rakes. So that's the ones you just put in and kind of and twist and
it's funny. I ordered like 4 different products off Amazon.
I haven't tried Amazon. I have a set. No, we can't show that off. That has customer information on it. You can't show that off. You can have this though. I have a full set of lockpicks around here somewhere that I bought and decided I was going to learn to do lock picking, and I never.
Oh, here's
something like that. Yeah, it was from. There's a company that makes lockpicks, and it's the name of the company is a bird.
Oh yeah, so the lockpicking lawyer apparently sells some products also.
He's got some really cool. Some of them are really expensive.
So again, that guy is like top level professional.
Yeah, and Sparrow. That's what I have. I got a set of picks from Sparrow. But he doesn't use it for good or evil. I'm assuming just a lawyer. Like
right.
He just does it for fun, just to say he can do it.
I'm sure it relates to his professional business somehow. But
you think so? I don't know anything about him.
I don't know anything about him either. But apparently, So here's the thing about him. Apparently, somebody he would accept locks. Like, hey, send me a lock, and I'll see if I can pick it. Like as a challenge. Somebody sent an Apple AirTag. So they're looking to dox him and get his address and all that.
They included that in the package to see if they could figure out where it was going to go home to.
Yes.
Very interesting. So I'm sure his information's out there. It can't be that hard.
Everybody's information is out there. The question is how hard or how easy is it to get. And I was considering getting a mailbox, one of these, PO boxes.
I've never thought about that. Because I've thought about getting do you want down to go watch TV? I've thought about getting a PO box before. Because they're not horribly expensive depending on where you go. But
so there's one at a shopping center near me, and it'd be like $200 a year.
Oh, that's nothing. That's cheap. I guess the thing for me is it's not hard to find me. I run a business out of my home. It's easy enough to find me, and I would suggest people not showing up to my door without calling first, because that might be a bad time for you.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm not that hard to find.
Well, and that's the same thing. So of course we both our mutual friend is Dark, and Dark is a little crazy about OPSEC. You've never
Dark,
been. It's funny. You've never been to my house, but
never been to your house. Nope.
I live on a U-shaped road, and I live at the bottom of the U. So you don't have any business being on my road. Period.
Yeah, I would like to move to some place like that eventually, where I know people are coming and go, "Why are you here? You don't belong here."
Yeah, but your neighborhood is. I mean, it's a bigger neighborhood. More people have a reason to go down your road,
but not that many.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, since you are the person who got me hooked on ChatGPT,
well, you got to use Grok.
Is Grok better than ChatGPT now?
So the Grok, what did I hook you up with ChatGPT? I know I
fixing code for me.
Yes,
G code issue that I couldn't figure out, and it rewrote my G code and worked the first time.
That's crazy.
I spent an hour and a half trying to figure out something stupid in this G code. ChatGPT fixed it. But is Grok better for this? What I've been using ChatGPT for, because I do most of the cooking around here, is I tell it to check out Walmart, Aldi, and Publix, pull the ads, and give me dinner suggestions for things to cook. I don't know if Grok would be better at that than Chat, because ChatGPT does a fantastic job of that.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Great. And then,
so I really have been paying attention to the chat. Usually when John's here and something like that,
G code for what? It was G code for a ghosty printer. I don't know. We're on YouTube. I don't know what I can say. It's a small little box CNC machine that's ghost related. And I am an SOT, so legally I can do these things. I wanted it to cut the M4 pocket into a lower for me. I did an 80%. And in that 80%, I didn't want the standard code. I wanted the code package that does the M4 slot. And I, again, because I'm an SOT, put a third pin in it and made an M4 that goes very fast. It's very fun.
Yeah. So Patrick is SOT, has SOT superpowers. So the other day we were all, so me, you, Hank, and Walt were together, and I'm the only one that wasn't an FFL SOT there, you know?
Yes, and Hank is only an 01. I don't know if that matters. So he can't build. Walter and I are the only two that could build.
Yeah, I would get the 02. I mean, that...
07. 07, 02. All right. 07 is manufacturer. I can do anything besides 09 and 010, which are the big boom type of things. And the problem with getting the explosives license is it's like $2,000 a year or something. It's
really? No, I thought it was the same price.
It's the explosives. The explosives FFL is extremely expensive. I would get it if it weren't so expensive. Because
the FEL I think is $250.
The FFL, the what?
FEL, Federal Explosives License.
It should be a Type 9 or a Type 10. One is for importing. One is for...
I don't know that detail.
Yeah, it's a Type 10 is the manufacturer of explosives, and that is, it might be 2,000 every 3 years. But that beats the hell out of mine. Is 150 every 3 years, so that is quite a jump. And if it's not making me money, it's not worth it. So I just never looked into it. And do I really want to keep actual explosives around my house? Probably not. So I've never gone for it. I have no need to. Maybe one day if I have a big enough shop or location or some reason to do that, we might. But right now, we're working on making money and building the business at the moment.
Oh, cool.
I only ask because I'm a programmer of CNCs. Yeah, no, that's Jin Champ Jr. Yeah, I got a ghosty CNC machine that needed it. And I don't write G code. I'm not a coder at all. And funny enough, I could not figure out the syntax. I was centering the fire control pocket left to right, and I needed it to go less than 1 millimeter to the left, and I couldn't figure out the syntax for doing point. It was something weird like that, and I had ChatGPT spit out the correct everything, so it worked.
That's cool. And apparently a number of people have had the same issue with that code that you had.
Yes, it is very common. If anybody needs that code package, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or something. I can send it to you. There's nothing illegal about the code package. There's nothing illegal about using the code package. It's when you put the third pin through, that's when you have problems. So you can cut. I mean, you can buy like I think the Geisley lowers, the Mars lowers from Lewis Machine and Tool. So most of those higher end lowers. I actually have one outside, the Hank Strange lower from what's the name of that company? Makes those really high end shotguns. I have one of their. They actually do. No. Oh goodness, who was it? They make the DP12. DP12.
Yeah. Oh god, why am I blanking on that?
They make a Standard Manufacturing.
Yes.
Yeah, standard Manufacturing. Their lower is actually M4 cut, which surprised the hell out of me because they're a Connecticut company who is not freedom oriented per se. But yeah, they actually have theirs are M4 cut. I could have turned my Hank Strange lower into a post sample, but then if I ever get rid of my license, I have to cut it up, and I didn't want to do that. So, but I got the code working. I now have a M4 that works great.
So somebody told me that if you keep it personal, it's so funny.
There are three types of SOT items. There are pre-86 transferable machine guns, transferable stuff. Those can go to anybody. There is a pre-May post-sample machine gun, and those they were made in a very specific time frame, and I don't know the specifics of it, but it's like a 6-month time frame in 1986. They were registered as SOT items, but if you get it's called a pre-May machine gun, as an SOT, I can get it delivered here, and then if I got rid of my FFL, I could transfer to my personal collection.
Oh, okay.
But it can't go to anybody else. Once it's in my personal collection, it does not become a transferable. It's the only other way I could sell it would be to another SOT who could then put it in their personal collection. Then there are what most of us deal in, which are post-sample machine guns, which is anything after May 1986 that has new production. Anything that I produce is a post-sample machine gun that is registered on a Form 2, it's not really registered. I just tell them, hey, I made this. The funny thing about a Form 1 and a Form 4, Form 1 is letting them know of a manufacturer and asking permission. Hey, I would like to manufacture NFA item, short-barreled rifle, whatever. The Form 2 is, hey, I did this. Do whatever you want with that information. It's really funny. As an SOT, I don't ask permission. I just tell them, hey, I made this. I went them together.
So my FFL, because my old FFL retired, and I actually went back to the first FFL I ever got a gun from. And he runs a couple of different businesses, so the FFL is like his side hustle. Well, in his building complex, like he owns a complex and he rents commercial space out, there's another 0702 there. And that guy's gig is like, if you want to have a machine gun party, he brings the machine guns out.
I would love to figure out how to do that, how he markets. How does he market that?
Oh, I can find out more.
Because I would
geographically,
I would totally be interested in doing that up here in North Florida. That's not loud at all. Okay. Thank you. Stop pressing the button. Now we got to let the toy stop making noise. It's very loud. I would not be opposed to running that type of thing because I have a couple of really cool things. I just have never. I don't know how to get into that. SOT superpower. No, you just pay for the privilege.
Well, I always say superpower, but
yeah, no, I just pay the government for the privilege to make something that should be a right.
And that's the thing that pisses me off.
There were no gun crimes before 1986 using machine guns when people could manufacture, when people could Form 1 machine guns before May of 86. They were not used in crimes. They're never used in crimes. Even today, they're not really used in crimes, even though they're completely illegal, like lock switches.
I think in the last 50 years, there have been like 2 cases of a machine gun used in a crime, like a legally built,
it doesn't happen.
Transferred.
The person that's going to go through the effort of, even if we were to open up the registry or do whatever we can for new production machine guns to be made, if you're going through the effort of Form 1ing it, serializing it, making it, blah, 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 all this whole stuff, you're not going to let that sell to just anybody to go use in a crime. If you want to go commit a crime, you're just going to go on AliExpress and get a Glock switch and ship it in like all of Chicago is currently doing.
Right.
Ron Bear, as an SOT, does anything change for you making suppressors? I'm an 0702. I can technically manufacture suppressors, serialize them, put them on the books, and then sell or transfer them. I believe that suppressor manufacture, unless you're making something unique, say you are rebaffling old MP5 SD suppressors or something like that, unless you're doing something unique, it's kind of the big guys already have so much sway in the game. It's not worth for me getting into. And the other thing is you pay $600, $800, whatever, for a really nice machine Inconel crazy metal suppressor. And the guys give you a lifetime warranty. So if you shoot a hole through the side of it, you just send it back to them. They cut the welds and weld another baffles. I don't want to offer that, so I've never gotten into it. It's just not worth my time.
Well, it's amazing. Cans will range from $1,000 down to like Whip Machine is doing $200 suppressors. And I'm
yep. It's not for the size of my business. It's not worth me getting into. And even if I wanted to get into it, I mean, you're multi-million dollars to get set up for a suppressor manufacturer because you need to be cutting parts. So you need 5 CNC machines cutting all your parts. You need a CNC welder to be doing, if you're doing welded baffle stacks, like most of the stuff now, you're going to need some sort of CNC welder that does precision welding. You're going to need a shop that does coatings. It's just, it's so far out of my game. It's not worth it. And I don't have any interest in it. Who is this? Johnny Bear, I think is how it is. Say someone has an old parts kit that's saw cut. Yeah, saw cut's totally legal as long as it was done before the ATF changed the rule. And the ATF has no way of knowing what the rule, if that was done beforehand. Unless the gun was created in 2009 and the saw cutting happened in 1986, then you might have some issues. But no, saw cuts are totally still legal. They're drying up on the market because people are recreating them too easily. So their saw cut parts kits are kind of gone. It's really sad. They used to be really nice.
Oh, Crumpy's coming in.
Oh, we do have John.
We do.
What's up?
What's
Crumpy?
news?
What are you talking about?
All right, so there's no news. Okay.
Tomorrow,
well, there is news, but he can't tell us about it, is what you're saying.
Tomorrow,
is it something that I know that I can't talk about that's happening? It's not that.
No.
Did you tell Dark about that?
No, no one knows about anything.
Okay.
Pull the local Publix and Aldi ads and create 10 dinner ideas. Here we go. ChatGPT is searching the web for Publix and Aldi. And in Gainesville, Florida, we can see what's on sale. And it's given me 10 ideas for making dinner. I'm telling you, you got me hooked on ChatGPT. I didn't know
you could do that.
Oh, yeah. It's really good. It's really good. So I found that you can't ask it ethereal questions. You can't ask it opinionated questions. You can't ask it anything like that or anything about politics or anything. Nothing of that works.
Your own.
What was that?
Make your own.
Well,
pull my own, spin up my own GPT. I could do it.
LLM, yeah.
I don't know why.
But
no, for things like this that are like hard factual things, it's awesome. The thing that I found is really helpful with ChatGPT is gunsmiths are really smart people, but they're not science people. They just know this process works. Rust bluing. How does it work? Gunsmiths will just tell you, listen, you just boil a gun, it turns rust red to black. Nobody really can explain how it works, like on the elemental level. I had ChatGPT write up a whole thing to me on how electrons move and like, but if you look on the internet, that information doesn't exist easily for you to find. ChatGPT throws it all together and like gives you an answer in like 30 seconds.
Dude, give it a try on Grok. So Grok, if you have an X account, you can just log in.
Yeah, Grok's free now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Walt's on here. Late 70s MG42. Johnny Bear, if you have that in your possession and you want to get rid of it, you hit me up. I would love to have it. Just throwing that out there. Because I could make it go fast. Just saying. Safety Harbor Firearms is on.
Hey, give me 1 second before I forget again. Okay, I'm gonna do something.
So yeah, I've the only thing I've used Grok for is Grok is less limited than Bing AI image generator. They don't put as like you can ask it to make images of people, politicians, things like that. Bing won't do that. Bing will give you an error and be like, Bing, if you try to say zombie or vampire, sometimes it'll be like, no, we don't like this too. Which is wild.
Funny. So I use Canva. Canva uses Dolly.
ChatGPT uses Dolly, right?
I think so.
And Bing, I think, does too.
And it tells me that's not safe. It's like, I'm not asking you to do crazy stuff. Like,
you want to hear something really cool? We're making a logo for a website that I'm working on. And we were sitting around New Year's Eve shooting the shit, trying to figure out what it wanted to look like. And somebody had one of I think he was using ChatGPT, created an image, and all of us were like, that's really cool. That's what I like. He asked ChatGPT, give me a detailed description of what image we're looking at. He copied that over to me, and I popped it into Bing, and Bing gave me 99.5% the exact same image. And it's because they're using DALL-E on the back end. But it said, here's the text. I transferred it to another website, another instance, and it gave me almost the exact same image. It was really neat that we could replicate it across with just a text from both platforms.
All right, I'm gonna show you the thumbnail. I had to censor out the title on the thumbnail, but I'm very proud of this thumbnail.
Oh, is this for your not a current news story?
Yeah.
So are we going to discuss something or no? You're just going to show us the thumbnail.
The thumbnail. Because I told the AI to find a certain person on the web and make her a clown.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is. ATF. I
Dang, that's good.
Does it look like who it's supposed to look like?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know
good.
who, but I'm just all right. So the problem with a lot of the images, so when I have an image generated in Canva, it generates, instead of a horizontal, a landscape image, it generates a square image. I'm like,
yes.
And it always chops something. I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, but that's why you make your own, and then you can
your roommates with Joe.
So I don't know if you noticed, I photoed up Joe's background.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that what that is behind you? Got it.
Yeah,
I was wondering where that was coming from.
So
yeah.
I thought it looked familiar, and I saw that you're using green screen or AI green screen.
So actually, I have a green screen of my background.
Do you actually have a green screen, or are you using the one that just kind of AIs you out and puts? Oh, you actually do have a green screen. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work any better.
The fake ones.
Yeah, you have to. You have to get a better green screen.
The facial recognition ones work just fine.
It seems to work better without the green screen.
That's funny.
Yeah, because I can tell you why. Because your green screen has a bunch of creases in it, which
it's creases and it's not perfectly well lit. Probably it probably needs like nice lighting.
Yeah, that's why you need to get like the green screen I have is like a couple $100.
But I was using this as a tablecloth at the gun show, so.
That's the reason why it doesn't work that well. But yeah, I spun up my own image generation AI.
GPT. Yep.
And it's basically, I just say, hey, this is what the video is about. I want this person to look like a clown and cartoon.
That's funny. That's funny.
And it produces it. It pulls the person's image. It goes look for the person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The image, and it makes them a clown.
That's
funny.
So cool. But yeah, having an unrestricted. So if you specify a Caucasian family, it'll say, "Oh, that's not safe."
Did you see? Google's the worst one for this sort of stuff. If you use Google's Gemini, at least previously, and you said, "Give me images of 1620 European settlers. They were of all makes and models. Let's just say that, which is not what was going on in 1620 Britain. So Google's is one of the worst.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why do you have to DEI an image? I'm asking
It's
to
so
generate.
stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah. How about when they were making all the founding fathers?
Oh god, they were DEI-ified. Yes. Yep.
So let's see where I had a thought shoot through my mind and it just freaking left.
Any gun news? The firearms.
Wait, I actually do different things on different language models. So like Gemini is great for I do consume a huge amount of YouTube and usually watch it at 1.75 to 2x. And if there's something maybe I'm not sure if it's worth it, the cool thing you can do with Gemini is you can drop the YouTube URL in and say summarize this video for me. And maybe it's not worth watching, or just give me the bullet points.
Yeah.
You can give it the URL, the YouTube link for the video, and ask it questions about the video.
I had last night. I was pandering is not the right word. I was looking at a company that does video streaming for a group of large YouTubers, and I was curious who owned it and how it worked, and I had ChatGPT go look, and I was like, here's their privacy policy, here's their user services. Is this charged? Do they sell your data? Because I'm not reading through 25 pages of legalese.
Oh,
I just
for sure.
had ChatGPT check it for me and give me the synopsis. Actually, it's a good idea. I've never fed it. I wonder if you can feed it links from I'm assuming you could. You feed it PDFs from the government or something when a Supreme Court thing comes out. Feed it the precedent and say, hey, summarize this. Give me bullet points. That probably would work really well instead of me reading through 75 pages of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's so I think just like if you have a hammer, you think everything is a nail. There's different tools for different jobs.
Yeah, I hear the language models they work. Each one has their own strengths. I'm just currently hooked on GPT, so I haven't moved to
that's cool. That's so fun. What's funny is within our South Florida, or not South Florida, but our Florida group, it's like I got Walt hooked on the Comma AI. I got you and Walt.
Oh, when you say hooked on Comma AI, let me tell you, we are not fully in the market for a new car, but we are already projecting when the market kind of crashes down this year, maybe getting a new car. I basically, at this point, I have decided that the only new car I'm going to buy is something that's listed on Comma AI's website. I will not be buying anything that does not have Comma AI availability. I'm so sick of driving. My family's from Tampa. I'm from Tampa. Once a month, once every 2 months, we will drive down to Tampa. We always do it on a freaking Thursday night after Marley has worked 12 hours. She falls asleep immediately the moment we hit the interstate. So I'm stuck in the car, tired, at like 10 o'clock at night, driving for 2 hours to Tampa. And I've decided I'm done with that. We're going to have Comma AI drive us across the state. I am over driving myself. So then whatever the next car is that I buy, it's going to be something listed as compatible with Comma AI, 100%.
Now, is that because Walt told you about how good it is?
Yes. Well, honestly, it's because Walter said that he liked it, and Walter is listening, and I'd say a bit of a tech curmudgeon.
Yes.
And he liked it enough to say that it's neat, which makes me think that it's probably pretty damn good.
I mean, look, it doesn't do what like door-to-door driving, but
I don't need that. I realize that, and I don't need that. I just want to be able to take my hands off the wheel and let the car drive the interstate for 2 hours while I sit back and relax. That's all I want. We also go to North Carolina. That's a 6.5 hour drive. Yeah. It would be wonderful if I could sit back and just kind of talk, shoot the shit for 3-4 hours. You don't feel like you're going to die while you're standing there making micro adjustments for 6.5 hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It works with cones and barrels and, definitely, have your hands up and ready, but
yeah. No, I watched that video that got shared around yesterday amongst you guys where the guy was
I
the
think,
CEO's a
I
little bugging.
who said it. So George Hotz is he's a little bit of an oddball, but I think the guy was more of a tech curmudgeon. And
The
like, I
person
don't know
doing
what
the
this is,
interview?
but can you talk about it? He kind of said that.
Oh, wait, Crump just left? I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
was trying to look at something. Okay. So the person doing the interview is a bit of a curmudgeon, a tech curmudgeon.
Yeah, I think so.
So he might not have been the best to interview for a service like that.
No.
Because the guy, I wouldn't. Almost hostile is where I would say. Almost hostile. He wasn't quite hostile, but
playfully
it was not
hostile.
it was not a comfortable interview that he had going.
Yeah, it was funny, but I'm like, it seemed like he also, I don't know if that's his personality or there were some.
It might be. He is a West Coast tech guy, as far as I can tell, and to get to the top of a tech field, you kind of have
his
to
own
be
company.
nuts.
Like he was running it out of his house. Like
I get that, but to get to where he is, you have to be kind of nuts. All of them are. Everybody that I've ever worked with that was a tech startup CEO, and he's back. A tech startup CEO, they're always very crazy. All of them.
Maybe
and speaking of crazy, Crump was telling me about all of his conversations he had with Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have that many conversations with him.
Is there more here, or are we just going to leave it at that?
No, what I was telling Rich is he's actually not like a flaming liberal guy.
I can see that. I just wonder how he got duped into. I don't think he got duped. I think big money is probably what pushed him into doing the censorship that he did for the last so many years.
I think I think it was Sheryl Sandberg.
Well, I guess the question is, how hands-on are you?
We got a weird-looking face. Technology executive, philanthropist, and writer, served as chief operating officer of Meta.
Yeah, I think it was more her.
You don't ever let women run tech companies.
Or you just pay her enough to
quote me now.
Take all the blame.
You know who she's married to, though?
Who?
Tom Bernthal.
Who?
You might know.
Wait, that really? He's Bernthal. Okay, no, this is a different person. Is he related to another Bernthal?
Yes,
no.
that's
yes, he is.
His brother is.
Yeah, okay. His brother is the Bernthal. They look very similar. I can see.
John Bernthal.
Yeah, okay.
The Punisher.
Yep, The Punisher. He's been in a ton of movies. He's an actor. Theory, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, early life. Exactly what I figured. Never mind. Let's continue on with our conversation. So crazy. Me beginning one of them. Sport brand. Sport brand is crazy, I guess. I've worked in plenty of startups. They're the guys. They're weird. They're nuts.
Yeah, dude. I worked for startups. Startups can either be good or they can leave you with no money.
Yeah. Yes, I've seen both instances, and I am glad I don't do that anymore. I like where I am right now. Let's see the Aldi ad. I don't know what to make for dinner.
Yeah, dude, I think that's so funny that. See, I didn't think ChatGPT was up to date on what's on sale at a supermarket.
It can. So I don't know when this started, but you can ask it to search the web, and it will find the ads and pull the data out of it. So, like Publix here, if you do a search for Publix, you will get their weekly ad. And I guess it can scrape it and see everything that's on it. And
okay,
it's really cool.
Yeah, I've been so ChatGPT, Grok, and Gemini are the three I've been using for different things. You know, definitely Gemini for YouTube summarization type stuff. More Brock is becoming more of my favorite on things, but I'm trying to think. I've written letters, like business letters, like an introduction, and like, hey, I can do this for you. I'd love to work with you on that. And then I say, hey, can you rewrite this letter? Ask me any questions about it, what I've missed, or how I could. And it'll ChatGPT. Yeah, I've done this with ChatGPT. It'll ask me questions like, why do you want to do this? What is the goal of that? How do you want it? Do you want it professional or more casual? And it'll do a pretty good job of rewriting the letter.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think about Fetterman making a journey down to Mar-a-Lago?
I do. Okay, Rich, you want to go first? You want me to?
No, go.
I think Fetterman. So I think I hated on Fetterman mostly because he literally had a brain injury that should have probably precluded him from being voted into office.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know a whole lot about what he did. I think it's ridiculous that that man can't wear a suit and is 6'5" and looks like a homunculus, dresses like a homunculus. But I don't know if the brain injury changed him or if he's always been more center of the road. He definitely, I understand why they voted for him before the brain injury, because I never liked Dr. Oz. I think that guy's a fake. So I get it. I'm just, I don't know much about him before he ran for the election. And obviously the first thing you hear as a Southerner, and I have nothing to do with Pennsylvania, which I think is where he's from. Mm-hmm. All you hear is he's a Democrat. He's bad. So there's a chance he wasn't as bad as Twitter probably tried to make him out to be.
He was. That's the thing.
So he was bad, and the brain injury maybe changed.
So are
him?
you saying people with brain defects are largely more conservative?
No, I think the brain injury is what made him bad, and then he started healing from it.
And then he's like, "Oh shit, this is crazy. I don't want to do any of this stuff."
Because he was worse than Joe Biden on the stage during the debate. I was like,
"Yes,
you're not voting for this guy." If I was voting in Pennsylvania, I would have voted against Fetterman, not really for Oz.
But was he that bad as the mayor of that town? Like, was he actually bad? I don't like voting for Democrats, but was he bad? I don't trust him on guns. I guarantee he has got a bad opinion on guns.
Yeah, he went from I'm a strong progressive, like blah blah blah, to I don't think I'm a progressive anymore.
Yeah, I wonder.
Just like, what?
I don't. But there are a lot of people. There are some politicians who have been making changes, and I don't know why. Unless it's just Fetterman, I don't think is. He doesn't seem like the type that would change. He's not a Charlie Crist. I don't see him as being a Charlie Crist that's willing to flip flop just to get votes. But I wonder if something happened in his brain and he was like, he had a massive stroke. Things change, and it could have changed him.
So Charlie Crist, for the people that don't know, was governor of Florida as a Republican, like term limited out, I think, or got voted out. I don't recall.
Yeah. Became
a moderate or independent. And then became a Democrat, ran for governor as a Democrat again, or Senate. I forget.
Failed miserably. He tried to run against DeSantis and just got stomped into the ground. It wasn't even close. It was like 65-35 or something stupid.
When DeSantis was running for the first time, who did he run against? What was the guy's name?
Andrew Gillum.
And he was caught.
Yes, he did.
With a male prostitute.
With a gay male prostitute in Miami.
Well, didn't the guy die?
The male prostitute?
Yeah, well, I think the guy was dead.
No. He had some injury, and that's why they had to call the police. He was overdosing, but he didn't actually die.
And this was after a wedding apparently his family was at. It's like, hey, honey, I'll see you later.
There are people that I know who post on Facebook who are local to me, who they're people that they interact with still swear that Gillum would have been a better choice. Like, they have brain damage. There's Trump derangement, and I guess there's also DeSantis derangement, because they still, let's say the Jacksonville minority community, some of them still think that Gillum would have been a better choice than DeSantis, which blows my mind.
Wow. I mean, he was. Where was he mayor? He was mayor in was it Jacksonville or
Tallahassee? Gillum.
Tallahassee. Yeah.
Gillum was mayor of Tallahassee, which Tallahassee sucks. It's a terrible town.
And yeah,
I've lived
Tallahassee was there was multiple FBI investigations on him. Not that means anything, but
yes. No, he was really bad. He was not good, and they still think he would have been a better. But yeah, so going full circle back to Fetterman, I don't think he's a Charlie Crist, but I wonder if his brain injury. I mean, look at Phineas Gage, the biggest example of this. The guy that, if nobody knows, anybody doesn't know, Phineas Gage was from the 1950s, I think. Yeah. Got a pipe through his head. He got a piece of rebar through his head, straight through. Didn't die, nothing crazy, but he had a personality shift because it scrambled the frontal lobe of his brain. And they said before he was affectionate, great father, blah, blah, blah. After this injury, he became a gambling addict, an alcoholic, and really mean to his family. And it was because he had brain damage, because he had a piece of rebar that went through his brain.
Wow.
This stuff happens. You get a massive bleed on your brain, and the brain starts rewiring itself, and then you go, oh, I don't like what I used to say. Why did I used to say that? That's not what I'm into anymore.
That's what happens.
Inbreds they are. I don't know what they're talking about in chat.
I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, yeah, it's definitely, yeah.
So let's see. It's so funny. Like, as much as all of us are gun guys, we're also tech people to varying degrees, and we have a diverse interest that we share. So we've probably not talked about
I don't know anything about tech. I have no idea what you're talking about.
So Patrick, tell people what you do for a living.
Now I am a full-time 0702 gunsmith. I like to say gunsmith. I am not. I can't do anything, but I run Chrome Vandium arms. I like to do gunsmithing. I can do builds, but I'm finding more and more that the local gunsmithing side of my business is what I tend to enjoy more than building. I like having people come in, bring me their broken whatever. We'll shoot the shit for 30 minutes while I fix it and then give it back to them. I am finding out more and more that I really enjoy that side of the business. So, but as an 0702, I am a manufacturer, and I do build the internet side of my business, and the manufacturing is ComBlock. So Galils and AKs and that sort of stuff. You send me a parts kit, I can probably get it built for you.
That's cool. And I've known you. I remember the first videos you did on building AKs and the press and that.
I wish I could go back to making those videos, but I fear that if I do, leave those cards alone. I fear that if I do, I will get my channel taken away, which is why I haven't posted in 6 or 8 months. And the reach that I have with that channel, even just doing shorts, is far superior to not having a channel. So I right now, the reason I don't post is because I'm not tempting fate, and I'm honestly afraid to.
Well, maybe YouTube will go the way of free speech. Never mind.
I am honestly, if Zuckerbot starts doing what he says he's going to do, which it looks like he might, I would start posting on Facebook, somehow figuring out how to make that work. Don't know how it'll work. You want down?
Well,
yeah, I would start doing it.
I don't know if this is for. I'll just come out of it. Chuck Rossi is going back to Facebook.
Who?
Chuck Rossi.
Chuck Rossi?
Big gun guy.
Rossi?
Huge gun guy.
Meta. West Palm Beach, Florida. What does he do? I see his LinkedIn.
Yeah, he is a huge.
He owns firearms. He's not like a content creator. He likes firearms.
Well, no, he actually runs like a nonprofit, Open Source Defense.
And he is going to work for what, their board or what?
Well, he
what
was
part
one of the executives back in the day because that's how I met him.
Interesting. So
but when I was working at Facebook, I got like a message, and it was Frosty. He was like one of the executives of Facebook, and he's like, "Hey, I read some of the stuff you wrote." I'm like, "Oh shit," you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
but it wasn't bad. It was, oh, this is cool. I like that.
Yeah. He's like, yeah. I just saw that you worked here and wanted to say hi and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm one of your readers. Oh. But yeah,
I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them come back.
I mean, if he's coming back, he was responsible. Like guns was like his thing over Facebook. I mean,
Thank you. I have a 2-year-old trying to hand me every single toy he has. He's lining up every single truck next to me. And he's going to find more, I'm sure.
So like that actually give me some hope.
Yeah, that would be good. I just don't know if the Facebook algorithm for pushing content is not, as far as I can tell, is not for long form like I do. It's shorts. Everything short is what they want to push on people right now, and that's
like for like every platform.
Yeah, everybody's attention span is 3 seconds. So I don't know.
I think it's because they can pay everyone less.
I mean, I could see that. I totally could see that.
They can get the
people are we're sheep animals, and our attention spans suck at the moment. So it doesn't surprise me.
So I'll doom scroll Instagram, and it's kind of been a godsend. I don't know if it's my router's not working right or my modem's not working right, and I've rebooted both of them. But it'll stop at a point. I'm like, all right, I'm done. So instead of doom scrolling,
yep.
I'm walking away from it.
I don't know if you can hear him.
Yeah, whatever. You got a kid. That's how it is.
Oh no!
He sounds like me every day.
Here, I'll show you what he has done over here.
Oh, what? That's on?
Nice. He's fully equipped.
Can you wave? Say hi. Don't just stare. You can wave. Yeah, so he's got all his trucks out right now.
Nice.
He just had a birthday like 3 weeks ago, and our house is full of so many toys. So many toys that we didn't need. We never needed.
Do you have a rule? No toy drum sets, no toy keyboards?
Not yet, but we should probably do that. I need to have my mom come up here in the next 2-3 weeks. Because she would be a good person to go through his toy box over here that you guys, it's off camera, you can't see it, piled with toys that he's accumulated for the last 1.5 or 2 years. And we need to donate half of it because he doesn't play with half of it. Like most of it never gets touched. It needs to get donated. Drum set is a must.
Come on, man. You got to get him a drum set.
No, never gonna happen. We have things here that this thing, like this over here. Oh, makes way too much noise.
Oh, okay.
But he obviously likes it.
He's over here.
What's that?
Digger World?
No, but he would probably love it.
You know what that is?
It's the one where is that the one for adults, for dads that can get in full-size cats and like dig stuff?
Well, yeah, kids can do it too.
He would love that. I have seen it. Is there one in Florida?
I think that's where it's at.
Oh, he would love it.
We all should do a field trip.
I'm telling you, big equipment, any sort of fire trucks, farming equipment, any of that sort of stuff, he is wholly into. It's amazing having a kid. I used to kind of flounder about the idea that boys are boys and girls are girls. I kind of had this they just become what they are. No, boys and girls are 100% different. Boys are totally into different things than girls. It's not even close. He is 100% boy, and he likes boy things. And it's not like we've pushed any of this on him. He's just into it. He likes trucks. He likes tools. He likes getting dirty and playing outside. Like, he is boy through and through, and it's just boys and girls are totally different.
LA,
third world,
dude. I feel for you out there, man. That's it's tough out there.
Do we want to get into that? What is going on? Why do they not have enough water? What is happening?
Well, I'm assuming if the houses burn down and the spigots open up as the building collapses, I don't know.
Maybe they'll have, but it was something about like the fire department. The wells ran dry. The hydrants are dry. There's physically not enough water for them to put out the fires.
Here's the thing. Like, what amazes me, I didn't see the video, I heard the audio play, that the mayor of LA came back from like Zimbabwe.
She was in Ghana. She was in Ghana watching the Guyanese royals take office or some crap. Like some retarded bullshit that means nothing.
I would be pissed off if the mayor of my whatever city, state, county was leaving the state on official business. F you, you have no business. Forget about, and I'm sure that was a taxpayer paid, first class flight to Ghana. When she had absolutely no comment, like not even saying no comment.
Yeah, no, she was just standing there. The person's asking questions, and she's like, "I listen. You get what you pay for. Y'all idiots keep hiring these absolute retards, and you get what you pay for. I don't know what else to say. Like, stop hiring idiots to run your cities and states."
Yeah, that's the crazy. That absolutely insane. That, don't you think? All right, so let's just say you are unbelievably incompetent. Don't you think you would call up or text while you're on the plane, have a statement written for me? It's like, our thoughts and prayers are going out
anything,
to the people. We're
just
reorganizing.
Put out a canned response. I'm in Ghana,
GPT.
but put out some sort of canned response. I'm coming home. I'm working on it. We're gonna get this something for your citizens, but nothing. Right. They just didn't do anything.
They don't care.
It's insane to me.
Yeah, looting is real here. Well, go get me a TV. I need a new TV.
Looting is real. Yeah, and you guys don't have guns to stop it. It's a shame.
Where's the rooftop Koreans?
Yeah, you go find the Korean neighborhood and hang out with them. Feed them some kimchi or whatever Koreans eat, Korean barbecue, and they will protect you. Because they probably still got the guns.
I guarantee you they still have the guns.
They also sent a bunch of surplus equipment to Ukraine. Yep, that's what we needed to do. And Biden is supposedly set to announce another $500 million.
What I mean, is this literally, Rome burning and Nero fiddling? I mean, what?
It's not my state. There's nothing I can do to help. So I'm
talking about Biden.
Yeah. He's
either way.
I think at this point everybody's aware that he has done nothing for this country for the last year minimum, and he's probably not even running anything. I'm guessing Joe Biden is running everything.
And somebody said, and I'm a little sometimes unimpressed with my brain that I don't think of things. Where is Camel Toe? She was AG of California.
Yeah. She and she has this huge thing that she wants to run for governor. She wants to be there. This is the time. The one thing that I think is funny is this might be one of the nails in the coffin for Gavin Newsom, because how can you come out and run for president? He wants to run for president desperately. 2028, he wants to come out and run. How is that possible with all of this? With Nana, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Nana. Oh, banana. You want banana? Nana. You want banana? Okay, here you go. I'll show you. Hold on.
So Camel Toe was in a news conference earlier? Okay.
Here, let's see what the little monkey thinks. You don't have to stare. Watch the banana. Don't stare at the screen. Little monkey likes bananas.
But
is that good?
Newsom destroyed San Francisco where he was mayor.
I don't know why these people keep voting them in. I don't understand. Again, think of it. We almost had Andrew Gillum. We were like
that
half
was the
a
point
percent away from Andrew Gillum. So yeah, I don't understand why people are so self-destructive. I don't get it.
The Gillum versus DeSantis win, that wasn't, DeSantis didn't walk away from that with a large margin.
No, it was like 0.5% or 1%, or it was tiny. It was a tiny margin he won by. Luckily, he stomped Charlie Crist. It was a massive margin. But we almost had Gillum. Could you imagine where we would be right now?
Oh, we'd be California.
We would be. We would be. You want down? Every other hand. All right, little monkey gets banana. There you go. Yeah, it would be a disaster. John, do you pay half pay attention or something? Are you working on something?
Are you writing a third book?
No, I'm coding.
Jesus.
You're coding Crump GPT right now?
No, something else.
They love his hair. To me, he looks like a supervillain from like Batman or something. He honestly has the appearance, the everything. All of his demeanor, everything screams like supervillain to me.
What was it? I think it was him. He was at like a football game and posed without a mask when everybody was getting like thrown in jail. He's like, I was exhaling. I was holding my breath.
This was right after the guy got arrested for paddleboarding on the closed beach. He was seen at a private restaurant that was supposed to be closed, having a dinner party with his family.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember during COVID having to snoop to get my hair cut.
The crazy things we did during COVID still blow my mind. Do you guys remember freaking stickers on the ground telling you to go one direction down an aisle in Publix or whatever supermarket is up near you? And then I had old ladies looking at me like I was going to murder them because I'm going like, fuck you. I'm not going to walk I'm walking how I want. I'm not walking all the way around the store to get the can that's right there.
No.
I was not a mask wearer. I refused to wear masks. I was everybody's worst nightmare. I drove a county over to go shop at the Walmart because they did not have a mask mandate at that Walmart. Everything in Alachua County was mask mandated. And I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not partaking in it.
In Jupiter here at the Walmart, there was this lady, they have the greeter out front. She was wearing 3 masks.
I said, but people are nuts. And it just goes to show how quickly they will turn on each other. The second they had any little bit of power to turn on their neighbor or turn somebody in for having a party, they immediately did it. It's insane. They're the first that will find salvation if the world ever truly ends, believe me.
F those guys.
I can't. Thinking back on it, it's embarrassing to me that we lived through that. And people were like, okay, just do a little bit. Oh, no, it's not that bad. Yeah, fuck that. All of it. Fuck it all. Trying to start that shit up again. People are wearing masks again. I saw that. Yes, it's true.
Well, so, I'm trying to think what
my wife and I, before, obviously this is before she was pregnant with him, she's a nurse at a local hospital, and they were trying to force all their employees to get vaccinated. And I was like, if you want to have a kid with me, it ain't happening. We almost had like divorce fight out over this. But they're going to fire me. And I was like, they're not going to fire you. They don't have enough healthcare workers to begin with. They're not getting rid of you. You're like the best person on the floor. Relax. And now she's like, I know. I give her one of those, like, did I tell you? And she's like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to.
I was working IT for a hospital organization here, 100 miles from their building.
Did they try to make you get vaccinated? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Not happening.
Do I just do it and not tell my wife? I legit forged a vaccination card.
Yeah, I would have done that. I told her I will not name names, but we know somebody who does vaccines. We all do. All 3 of us know somebody who is in the pharmaceutical business and can vaccinate. I was goddamn close to being like, here's $100. Can you vaccinate my wife? That's all I need to know. Mm-hmm. If you got to waste the vial in the backyard, that's fine. But yeah, vaccinate my wife for me. I was that close because she was losing her mind, thinking that I'm going to get fired, I'm going to get sick. It's like, but I told her, I was like, we're not having a kid with you we're not doing that. I'm not. Anyways, it all worked out for the best. Her and I are very happy, and I love my son. So, but no, it was crazy. It was crazy what we all did.
Oh yeah, I went to the beach, and there were sheriffs riding up and down
trying
the beach.
To get you out of the sun. The best thing you could do is sit in the sun, and the sheriffs were, get out.
Legit, I walked down the steps to the beach, and the sheriff was on a quad chasing me away.
It's so infuriating. I remember some of the stuff and just being like, I told multiple people about themselves very impolitely because I was like, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with this. Stop talking to me. If you want to start something, I'm done. I'm done with all of this. But
my issue was, I don't care either way, but don't try to push either way.
I did care. I did not want anything experimental going in me.
I prefer
Taco Bell is about as experimental as I want in my body.
What I'm saying is like people are like, on both sides are like, oh, you got to do this or you can't do this. It's like,
oh, okay, yeah.
It's just like whatever. Like, do what you want.
I agree with Safety Harbor. Remember who was president. I'm 100%. I am not a always Trumper. I see fault in a lot of things he did. 100%. I'm still kind of curious. The game he's playing right now, I don't fully understand why he's still harping on Canada and Greenland. I don't know why he's picking fights with them. There's some ulterior motive.
I don't care. I don't care. Fight.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny calling it the Gulf of America because Mrs. Goldstein or whatever her name is down in Mexico.
If this is like the distraction from him appointing, Kash Patel or fill in the blank,
maybe it's
I'm
something
okay.
like that. I don't fully understand why. The other one is giving up the Panama Canal. We should have never done that, but that's long gone. The city of Pasadena water is not safe. Yeah, exactly. Jimmy Carter's. It's not safe to be contaminated. Cannot boil, filter, or treat it. Cannot wash dishes, skin, and teeth with it. It's his way of getting attention. But what's the getting attention for? What? We've had similar. I think y'all are going to be way worse for a while, but we've had hurricanes where the power gets cut to the sewage treatment plant or water treatment plant, and there's a boil warning for. My parents had one for almost a week. They had a boil warning. That's why you prepare. That's why you keep gallons of water.
So I pump the water out of the ground, and if I don't have electric, I don't have running water, I fill up my tub.
You're not on city water. You're on well water.
Yeah, but I put a liner in the jacuzzi tub in the bathtub.
Yes, and you fill it up, and we do the same thing. I make sure the bathtub is nice and clean 3 days before the hurricane. No chemicals, no nothing. And then I put a stopper in and fill it up because that's, even if we don't need to drink it, that's enough for flushing toilets or taking a bath or brushing your teeth or things like that.
Yep.
You take it all the way to Panama. Half the people over there. Can you imagine if we just took over Mexico and Canada? Wayne Gretzky is governor of Canada. Be fantastic. Hockey for everyone.
Right.
American golf sounds better to me. Way more important issue than names. Ron Wayne, hi.
Ron Wayne, what's up?
You guys know all these names. I don't know half of them. Johnny Bear, really? Send me a message. I want your MG kit. The water reservoir is open. Chemical and industrial waste blew into it. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That sounds great. I love when chemicals reach my water reservoir. The other thing I had heard, and Vino Latino might be able to tell me this, there have been plans to try to get multiple water reservoirs in place to catch snowfall, to catch melted snow. So to get you prepared for all of this, and it's been stifled by liberal activists, by environmentalists, by all of these folks. Like, that's what I had heard was happening as well.
Well, also there's a bunch of different ways to take care of issues where you have old trees laying on the ground. Either you do a controlled burn or you clean out the forest.
And California has not been
out.
They haven't been doing what they're supposed to for like 15 years now or something, maybe longer. That's another interesting thing. LA Vino says we have to save the fish. The funny thing that I'm realizing, the first administration of Trump, he would say things during press conferences, and I'd be like, there's no fucking way that's possible. That whatever this wild thing that he's saying, there's no way that's what's happening. He's being hyperbolic. It's over the top, rhetorical. And then it would turn out almost every time. It would turn out no. There's a lot of truth to whatever he's saying. Even the cats and dogs thing, I still fully believe that the Haitians that moved into that town absolutely were eating wildlife.
Just so weeks after that became a thing and it quote unquote was debunked, there's some woman that got convicted of eating a neighbor's cat.
The geese had been disappearing. The squirrels are disappearing. Yes. So I think a lot of that. Today I was watching Trump talk, and he specifically said that, there's this one species of fish that they're trying to protect. And instead of the smelt. Yeah. Oh, the smelt is more important than however many homes we've just burned to the ground. And I was like,
get an aquarium, throw a couple in there.
10 years ago, I would have been like, he's being hyperbolic. There's no way that's true. What I absolutely now am like, 100%,
old
this
thing.
is exactly
the Delta smelt is legitimately why they're diverting all of the water from the farmland.
That's why we can't have water to put out these big fires. That's exactly, and the other part is the controlled burns. Why we don't do controlled burns? It's like, fuck the fish. Fuck that little fish. It doesn't need to exist in our land anymore. Sorry.
Half of all the species have been extinct already. I'm okay with that.
There are so many things that have gone extinct well before we were even placed on this planet. We had nothing to do with it, and more will go extinct every day. And yeah, some of them we should probably try to keep around. We should not have hunted the dingo to death or whatever the fuck the birds over the Galapagos tortoises. Yeah, we shouldn't eat them and hunt them to death. But, pandas can't reproduce because they're too fucking stupid. Like, maybe they should go extinct. That's the case, right? Pandas are so stupid they can't reproduce, or
they sit on their young or something like that.
They're dumb as hell and they shouldn't exist. And the dodos is another one. Maybe they just shouldn't exist. Oh no, you broke it. Yeah. Some of these things maybe just shouldn't exist.
I'm okay with that. That's how it happens.
Maybe I'm the asshole here, but pandas are retarded.
If you don't have the necessary instincts to reproduce,
then maybe you shouldn't. That's why liberals are going to go away, and it's going to be great.
That's why I'm like, you know what? I changed. I'm for abortion.
I get rid of the ones we don't want. It's what's eugenics? We're pro eugenics here. Trump is like, no.
The abortions. You know what? Less of you.
I don't like abortions, but I have a whole stance on that.
Yeah.
But
anyhow, we're over.
Are we? I'm enjoying chatting. I could talk for hours. Y'all know I can talk for hours. I have no problem just going and going and going. It's very easy for me.
Oh man, I
have the gift for gab.
That I didn't assume L.A. Vino Latino was meaning Los Angeles.
Oh yeah. What do you think, Louisiana?
Boy.
Yeah, wow. LA, he's out there. My go bag is ready. Dude, you just need to run next door and get the cans from your neighbor's house. They're already cooked. The food's ready to go. Botulism's dead in that can, man. It's good to eat. I'm assuming it's been in a fire. That's why I'm saying that is cooked food.
Right.
Pandas aren't real. They're the first. Go LA Vino. Just do what you can. I don't know what to tell you. I am not the expert here.
It's not looking good. Mr. Guns and Gear on Instagram has been posting, and it's
nasty, right?
It's not good.
Let me tell y'all before we go, the best deal in kids' toys, freaking Culver's. Culver's, you get 10 kids meals. Every kids meal has a coupon for a toy. 10 of their coupons get you a ball or a toy out of their toy thing. It's excellent. We have so many of their friggin' balls in this house because we get kids' meals from Culver's. And he's brought it over to me to play with.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
You guys don't have Culver's up there? It's a Wisconsin butter burger. It's like a steak and shake or a I don't even know what else.
And what's it? It's not ice cream. It's what's it called?
Custard. It's custard.
Custard.
I love custard.
Oh, dude! If you look around, Crump, see if you have a Culver's nearby. Well worth it. We are trying to not be so fat. Their kids' meal is like $7.50. It's a regular size hamburger, a small fry, and a small drink, and a scoop of ice cream and a coupon towards a toy. It's enough food for a regular human to survive off of. Don't be so fat like us.
I'm looking
Culver's is awesome. It's really seriously. Their food is actually really good. Yeah, their food. The Cuban Missile Crisis and Watts riots.
CT, thank you for the membership.
Hey, 12 months, super perps. Perps.
Okay, there's none that's anywhere.
There's none near you?
No Culver's, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. It's really good. It's out of Wisconsin. If you ever are traveling and you find one, stop by. The food is. What else would you compare it to? Like Steak and Shake is the first that comes to mind, but that's a Southern thing, so we might not know that either. Let's go. Hold on, real quick before we go. Chat GPT. What other restaurants is Culver's like? Fast casual. Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers. Andy's frozen custard. Steak and Shake. Shake Shack, Smash Burger, Five Guys, A&W.
Five Guys is actually from here, man. I used to back in college.
Yeah, it's like Five Guys, but it's cheaper. Five Guys has gotten crazy expensive. It's cheaper. It's really good. Culver's, if you ever find it, it's free.
You know, I used to go to the original Five Guys.
The first one ever?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, is it the first Hooters ever, the one that Walter goes to?
Walter's the one that Walter goes to in St. Pete or Clearwater, whatever it is right around him. That's the first Hooters ever.
Yeah.
A&W. I've never had an A&W, but
they used to have one around here. No, there's none in Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia.
Really? No Culver's. That's an opportunity for somebody. Open up Culver's.
On the East Coast. If you're on the East Coast, the farthest that goes up is North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, A&W I'd like to try, but I never have.
Yeah. Five Guys, the original Five Guys, they have no dining tables. It was just a
walk-in burger out.
Yeah. It was in Arlington.
Peggy's watching too. She says Clearwater Hooters is the original. Yep. And the only problem I have with Five Guys, their food is excellent. Their prices have gotten ridiculously expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Five Guys up here.
Yeah, they used to be cheap. And they used to be open till like till 3 a.m. in the morning.
It was like college food, right? Like it was cheap college burgers.
College, we would go by there and pick up burgers because it was open at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It is. Crump, have you been there lately?
Yeah.
It's
like
the
original one, but
it's like $15 or $16 for like a burger meal. It's ridiculously expensive.
Well,
like I could go to a sit down.
I can't remember where I was, but yeah, I got like a BK. It was like a double bacon cheeseburger, and it was $15.
Yeah, yes.
With soda,
okay, don't get me
fries.
started. I'm gonna keep going if y'all let me.
You know why they call it Five Guys?
Because there were Five Guys.
Yeah, there were 5 guys that worked there.
Is that really the reason? Is it was 5 dudes that just worked at a burger shack?
Yeah, it was the same with that. They were the
Asher. I don't know how old that is. He's got a yogurt pouch in his hand.
I can guarantee you, Alexandra. That's what. But I can guarantee you, it was like a guy and his like sons.
From the $20 McDonald's. How is that trash?
5 for 15.
Dude, Marley and I have gone. Chili's has become a pretty good deal. Like we can split their 3 for me for like $10 or $12, and it's plenty of food. I'm on this kick of trying to lose weight by sharing meals, by the way. But and I'm cheap. I'm trying to be cheap at the same time. So.
I'm trying to see if I can find a original picture of 5 Guys.
I just can't imagine spending $20 for one person at McDonald's. That's bonkers.
I was just watching her as a kid. It's like these things were cents. You know, it was like
you want the one that bothers me the most is Taco Bell. It's literal dog food, and they're now you can't leave there for one person without spending like $10. And it's
I used
dog
to get like a $2-3, was it beef and bean cheese burrito?
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
you know.
The whole meal.
Well, oh no, I would just get the burrito. It'd be like $2-3.
Yes. Now that is probably double that. We get the $5 biggie bag at Wendy's. That's $5 dining up here. I am not going to lie. Asher and I shared a biggie bag yesterday for lunch. It was $6 and it filled us both up. It was perfect. So how come they lose weight and you don't? You don't share. I just make them not eat. What's the old nursery rhyme? One eats no fat, one eats no lean. I can't remember it now.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
You really don't? Oh, fat. His wife eats no lean. Wife eats. No, really, nobody's gonna know this one. Jack Sprat. Yeah, it's Jack Sprat, the nursery rhyme. Jack Sprat can eat no fat. His wife can eat no lean. So between them both, you see they lick the platter clean. Ah, Zanny Misfit knew it. Jack Sprat. There you go. All right. Do we want to wrap up? Because I'll keep going. I'm telling you. I'll just keep talking. I can talk for hours and hours and hours.
Well, it's been fun. Fun visit.
I wonder if the original Five Guys is still open.
Probably. Yeah.
The OG Five Guys.
I don't think. I don't know if it's like really, really small.
It's in Arlington, Virginia, at the Arlington Westmont Shopping Center.
Yeah.
It looks like it closed at the intersection, which closed September 21st, 2013. So the original is no longer open.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a shame because it sounds like you enjoyed it.
Yeah, brings back memories.
Probably 7 guys by now.
Yeah, well, it was a guy. It was, if I remember correctly, it was like a dad and his 4 sons.
Really? 5 guys.
Yeah,
American
they
fast
used to work
food.
there. Those are the guys that used to work there.
Jerry and the couple's sons, Jim, Matt, Chad, and Ben, were the original 5 guys. You're right. He had 4 kids.
Yeah, so it was
having
the guy
gravitational impairment. I'm working on not having gravitational.
It's funny. The majority of people watching us right now are watching us on X.
Really? That's interesting. I didn't know we simulcasted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's not we.
Yeah, pretty good. We get pretty good viewership from X, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, go follow me on X. Let's see. I don't post ever, but I'll tell you what my handle is. It is at Real Babyface P, and you'll know it's me because it's me. You'll be able to tell. And I probably should post more, but I just don't.
I've been using a Rubik's Cube as a
not smart enough. I'm not smart enough for that. I know there's some sort of pattern to make it go, and I've just never learned it.
Yeah.
I am following you on X.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So how do we wrap up here? We're going to keep going if we don't.
Yep.
Well, we just wrap up. All right. See you guys later. Bye.
See you Monday.